thanks for joining us. In recent years, cybersecurity challenges facing K-12 education have grown. Cyber attackers continue to take advantage of our increased technology dependence, often with disruptive or damaging results, making cybersecurity a continuous challenge. Increasingly, school districts have been compromised with important data being stolen, deleted, misused, or even held for ransom. No school district, organization, or individual is immune from cyber attacks, but well-informed users are one of the best defenses against malicious actors. Over the next few minutes, we'll discuss your role in your district's data privacy and security practices. And while this video will focus on your professional life, many topics can also be applied to your experiences outside of school. So let's get started by diving into a few practices that you can be aware of to help safeguard yourself, your students, and your school community.
Email is the primary communication channel for many organizations, and as such, presents one of the largest attack surfaces for bad actors to target. Phishing emails, as these malicious emails are commonly known, can be used to both carry out attacks or to gain a foothold in your organization to launch additional attacks. Just like in phishing with an F, you're baited into taking an action such as downloading malicious software through a link or attachment, entering your login credentials into a fake website or online document, providing sensitive information, performing an action like purchasing gift cards, or even replying with alternative communication methods outside of your district's normal protections like a personal cell phone number. Attackers are now taking the time to research your organization and send emails impersonating district staff, such as your superintendent, technology staff, or applications used by your district. They're writing more convincing, grammatically correct, natural-sounding emails thanks to artificial intelligence tools. They're even utilizing compromised legitimate accounts of your colleagues to send emails or share Google Drive or Microsoft 365 links. Now more than ever, it's critical to stop and think if what the email is asking of you makes sense. Be sure you know before clicking on a link where it's actually taking you. Verify the sender's full email address by clicking on the sending address and not relying on the sender's display name or the email signature. Not replying to any suspected phishing emails, and not providing any sensitive information or alternative methods of contact. If you are uncertain about an email, verify with the sender through alternative means of communication or report it to your technology department for evaluation.
Passwords are our first line of defense against external attacks. If an attacker can guess, steal, or in some way gain access to your password, they don't need to bother with expensive, time-consuming, complex hacking techniques. They can simply unlock the front door and walk right in. The easier a password is to crack, the more likely it will be able to compromise your account. And this may not only affect your school accounts. If you are using the same password on your personal accounts, they will be at risk as well. Passwords should be unique to each system you access. If you need help keeping track of the passwords you've created for various accounts, consider using a password manager. As far as creating a strong password, length is the most critical component. The longer your password is, the better. Additionally, your district likely has specific password requirements you'll need to follow when creating your login information. But as a rule, try to use both upper and lowercase letters, include numbers, and special characters, and avoid personal information such as birthdays, hometowns, and your kids' names. The use of a passphrase instead of just a random word or just a mix of characters may help you create and remember a longer password. Check with your district's data protection officer or technology leader on your school's requirements and best practices for password security. And as always, never share your password with anyone.
Multi-factor authentication, or MFA, is a powerful feature that can prevent unauthorized users from accessing sensitive information by requiring 2 or more steps or factors to log into a system, such as a password and a numeric code delivered through a text message or a token. Even if one factor, such as a password, becomes compromised, the second authentication factor is still in place to prevent the access to the account. This relatively simple technology has proven to be by far one of the most effective methods of protecting against unauthorized access. You might already be using this technology to access online banking. The bank sends a text message with a unique code when you log in. If you cannot receive this second factor message, you'll be denied access to your account. School districts are implementing MFA technology for various systems that house sensitive data. Your school's technology or security leadership team can tell you more about your district's plans.
State and federal laws like FERPA and New York State Education Law 2D require educators to safeguard the sensitive data we access related to our school communities. The most common data in our possession is personally identifiable information, or PII, which is any data allowing someone to single out a specific individual and includes things like names, birth dates, addresses, and more. You should only access data with PII when necessary, and always be sure to close the data and log out before leaving your workstation. If you ever need to share PII, you should always use a secure method such as a network file share, a designated secure cloud workspace identified by your district, or a system designed for secure file transmission identified by your district. Be sure to only share protected information with those authorized to see it, and that the information is being shared for a legitimate purpose. If you are working with cloud-based or software solutions that access, store, or create PII, check with your district technology or administrative team before adding any student information into a system or allowing your students to log in. New York State laws and regulations prohibit the sharing of PII with third parties unless specific contractual and security provisions are met.
With increased reliance on portable devices in our day-to-day work, we need to make sure that we're taking the appropriate steps to make sure any data stored on or accessible by those devices is protected. One of the common but most often overlooked causes of information compromise is the theft of portable devices, such as laptops, Chromebooks, and flash drives. Always be sure your devices are kept in a safe place when not using them. Remember, when stopping at the gym or running into the store for a minute, lock your car and keep those devices out of sight. Theft can still occur even when you're careful, so be sure your device is protected with a strong password and the device itself is encrypted. While using the device, you should be sure you're taking proper precautions to protect information. When accessing sensitive information, you should avoid connecting the device to open public Wi-Fi networks and keep any outside eyes, including friends and family members, off the data.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, has become a prominent disruptor in both the technology space and society in general. As new products are rapidly being created and rolled out every day, while also being integrated to many of our existing systems, it is critical to take the time to implement them appropriately. As AI is such a broad category with a wide variety of uses, many of which have not even been thought of yet, it's important to evaluate each intended use to understand how it works, what is required as input, what is being done with that information, and what the expected results are. The deeper your understanding of all aspects of the tool, the more prepared you'll be to evaluate its use and prepare yourselves for any biases that may arise. Just like any other technology tool or system, sensitive information, especially PII, should never be entered into an AI system until it has been evaluated and approved by your district's technology, security, and administrative teams. Be sure you are following your district's policies for software and system adoption, student privacy, AI tools, and any other related areas, particularly when considering tools on the edge of new frontiers. When considering the protection of our students, we often focus on their physical protection, and rightfully so. However, we also want to pay attention to the well-being of their digital identities. We covered just a few of the easiest ways to guide your daily practices and support the advancement of your district's data security and privacy program. For more information on these practices, contact your local Regional Information Center and discuss plans with your district technology and administrative teams to ensure you follow district guidelines. And while these steps focus on data privacy and security in school, consider using these best practices in your personal life. Thanks for watching.